Hi mamas and soon-to-be mamas. In this video, I will be sharing with you tips for those mamas who will be giving birth during this pandemic. I just want to be clear that I am not an expert on this. I am just a mom of two. I gave birth 6 years ago, and I recently gave birth to my second son, and it was during this pandemic, and I know how crazy it is. I know that I can only speak of my own experience, and that some of these tips may not work for you, so I want to let you know that it's still up to you on how you are going to manage your anxiety during this time and how you can make it easier for you and your baby to deliver. But I really hope that these tips could help you in some way, as they are based on my own experience when I gave birth in April. So my first tip for you is to prepare for your birth. Prepare for your delivery. Exercise daily. During my time, it was not easy to exercise because we were not allowed to go out even of our houses. It was very strict in our city, so we were not allowed to go out. What I did is I walked around the house. I go upstairs and go downstairs again. I do it like 10 times a day at least. Exercise will prepare your body, your muscles in your upcoming delivery. Secondly, for your preparation, I would suggest that you research about questions that you have in mind. So research about the stages of labor, proper breathing, watch videos on YouTube about how to manage pain during labor, things like this. Another for your preparation is this is the time for you to prepare and decide on what type of delivery you want for your baby. You can choose from painless and natural birth, and I highly suggest that you choose natural birth because based on my experience with my firstborn, I had the painless for my firstborn, and I noticed that I was kind of groggy after I gave birth. I didn't have any more energy to take care of my son. I couldn't even lift my arm because of, exhaustion. So for me, painless is kind of will make you exhausted after delivery. But in my second delivery with my second son, it was easier for me. It was natural birth, and of course, since it's not painless, the pain was excruciating. You could feel everything, every pain. The positive side of natural birth is after giving birth, you will not feel any pain at all, and it would be easier for you to recover. Well, at least based on my experience. So I highly suggest that you, if you can, and if your doctor would recommend it, you choose natural birth. Kasi after I gave birth to my second child, it feels like I did not give birth at all because I can already walk around the room. I already wanted to go home immediately because it feels like I did not give birth at all. That's how amazing natural birth is. Your recovery is very fast. I didn't have stitches on my second birth delivery, so that's why my recovery was also that fast. Amazing. Another for your preparation is you eat naturally inducing food like piña, and actually piña lang yung alam ko, but some suggest that there are also teas that you can drink that could induce labor. Another is you also practice exercises that could naturally induce labor. As for me, I do squatting. I also dance with my husband. So you dance around, you do squatting, and that could induce labor. It would make your labor faster. My second tip is to prepare for your things. So make sure that before the third trimester is over, you have all your things prepared in your hospital bag, because especially during this time, it's very risky. It's very risky to go out and buy things that you need while you're already in the hospital. Even if, no matter how hard we try to prepare for the things we need in the hospital, we still fall short of our preparation once we are already in that situation. Prepare still. Make sure that your things are well organized. You label all the things that you have in your hospital bag so that when you hand it over to the nurse or the attending midwife, they already know what to find in your bag para hindi siya nagka-clutter doon sa loob. In my case, I have actually a video here on how I prepared for my hospital bag. So if you want to watch it, I will link the video in the description box. And part of the things that you need to prepare before going to the hospital for your birth delivery is your food. So make sure that you have food that you can eat after delivery. Do not just bring snacks like biscuit, because after delivery you will feel exhausted and you want to eat heavy meal. So it would be necessary that you bring sabaw, soup, food that could really satisfy your hunger, because after delivery it would feel like you have labored all your life and you would want to satisfy that hunger and thirst that you feel after labor and delivery. Another is, do not just bring 2 diapers. That's one of my regrets. We did not bring more than 2 diapers. We only had 2 diapers in the hospital bag, because during my experience with my firstborn son, we only needed 1 diaper and that's enough. However, in my second delivery, my second birth experience, the midwife needed to inject medicine that could stop bleeding, because my bleeding won't stop after delivery. My third tip is to practice proper breathing. For me, labor is just a matter of proper breathing. You can manage the pain of labor if you know how to properly breathe. I will link in the description box the video that helped me and taught me how to do proper breathing, and it really helped me during my labor, because I only labored for 2 hours, and during that 2-hour period the labor pain was only 8 out of 10, so it was manageable, and it's just a matter of proper breathing. During labor you will only focus on your breathing, and in that way you can be able to manage the pain and it would be tolerable for you. My fourth tip is, do not again, this one is optional. It depends on you, if it works for you. If watching videos of birth experiences will help you, go ahead. But my fourth tip is, do not watch videos about birth. During the last trimester of my pregnancy, one of my therapies was watching videos of mamas who are giving birth to their babies, and actually it didn't really help me, kasi mas lalo akong nagpraning once it's already my time to give birth. So I was already anticipating the pain and how it would look like, so it kinda increased my anxiety. So hindi na ako nakakatulog sa gabi. Pag-isip ko sa umaga, yun ang naisip ko yung pain. But actually, what I watched did not happen to me, because my labor was just for 2 hours and the pain was tolerable for me thanks to the proper breathing exercise that I learned from Bridget. So my last tip for you mamas who will be giving birth during this pandemic is to labor at home. If it is your first time to give birth, I understand that you would not agree with me, that you would have that fear of laboring at home, but this is just my suggestion, because I labored at home. By the way, I gave birth in a lying-in clinic because I was not comfortable of giving birth in a hospital. If it is your first time to give birth, I know it would be scary for you to labor at home, but you can do it. You just have to listen to your body. Your body knows exactly when your baby would come out. By the way, I will share with you an app that I used to count my contraction, to time my contraction. You can download it on Google Store, and this would help you time the contraction. Once the contraction is rapid, meaning it occurs every 2 minutes, and the pain is already excruciating, it's time for you to go to the clinic, or it's time for you to go to the hospital, because you are already about to give birth to your baby. So use this application to easily time your contraction, because once you are already feeling that excruciating pain, there is no way for you to manually time the contraction. Okay, so those are the tips that I have for you mamas who will be giving birth during this crisis, this pandemic, and I really wish you well. You can do it. Just pray a lot. I believe that prayer made the trick, because my son prayed for me before I give birth to my baby, and his prayer was to make my labor faster and make it easy for me to give birth to my baby, and it did a trick.
Sana po madali lang magsimula at gumaling na po yung virus para makasama ako, at sana po si baby po madali lang lumabas, at si mama walang maraming dugo.
Believe that your body is made for this, so you can definitely do this. despite this crisis. God be with you and God bless on your delivery.